How many of you have been feeling or have felt at any time a sense of not being connected and that the world has become indifferent? I know I've had several conversations with many people about this topic, this epidemic, if you will, about the world being indifferent or feeling indifferent. Hi, I'm Dr. Asha, and thank you so much for joining me today. I want to talk about this embracing connection in a world that seems to be indifferent. Now, I'm not saying that the world has become indifferent, but I will say this, society and the world as a whole, globally, we have had tremendous amount of changes over the last 4 to 5 years. So many things have been put into place. So many things have changed for us. Our entire perspective has changed on how the world operates and what we are capable of. We've had massive developments in technology with artificial intelligence and with so many different platforms. We have expanded our way to be able to communicate, even in this way that I'm being able to communicate with you right now today. I mean, just think about everything that has just expanded and grown in so many diverse, wonderful ways. However, it's left the individuals feeling indifferent. And it's also left us feeling disconnected from one another. It's very interesting because you would think in today's world, we have so many ways of communicating with each other. We can call people, we can text people, we can WhatsApp, we have all the social media platforms. We have every which way that we can communicate. However, we're feeling more disconnected than ever. I have been working with several clients lately that have been really talking about how to navigate themselves in a world of what seems to be indifference and how we can feel connected. So I'd like to talk to you about that today and give you a few tips. I mean, it's really about shifting your perspective. How about embracing connection? Finding small ways. It doesn't have to be huge things, but small gestures, a kind word to a stranger, a kind word to a coworker, doing something nice, giving a handwritten note. I know that those are things that seem quite ancient now, but it really makes a difference. Letting people know that you care about them and that you're thinking about them. One of the things that I was realizing is that during the pandemic time, whenever we were all in lockdown and things were really unsure and uncertain, we were really afraid of our survival, literally. We got to connect with our family more, our loved ones, our friends, people that really meant a lot to us. And now that we've kind of gone back to somewhat of a normal, I guess you could say, the new normal, we are feeling very rushed and we're trying to catch up with something. If you notice, time seems to be flying by. And we forget about the importance of the relationships that we have, our relationships with ourselves and relationship with our loved ones, and letting people know that you care and that you're thinking of them. I have noticed within the last, 6 to 9 months, a very big disconnect in my own personal connections. And I have made it a point now to make that a priority to reach out to people one by one in whatever way, whatever form of communication that I can, in order to let them know that I am here and that I do care and that I am thinking about them. And I hope that they're well. And it's been really interesting because as I've been doing this, and I've been doing it in a variety of ways, and yes, I've even been sending handwritten cards. What has happened is that people are stopping for a moment and they're realizing that, hey, wait a second, what exactly am I doing? I'm busy working, I'm busy doing all the things that I feel like I need to do. But what about the connection? What about the people? Because at the end of the day, the human connections that we have, the way that we feel connected to ourselves, to each other, really matters because that's where we get to express love and compassion. We don't get to do that with a computer. We don't get to do that with technology, but we do get to do that with one another. So one of the things I would like to encourage you this week, as you go into this week, I want you to think about, are you feeling disconnected? And if you are, what are the things that you can do to take the initiative to make the connection with other people? Whether it is a small gesture of kindness, whether it is a big gesture, whether it is reaching out to an old friend, family members, whatever it may be, because they may be feeling the same way that you are, and they may feel that you have forgotten about them in this busy, chaotic world that seems to become indifferent. But I think if anything, if each and every one of us does our part to be able to help the world feel reconnected again, then we're going to make a big difference of how our world evolves and goes into this present moment and into our future. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of our motivational content every week. Thank you so much. Until next time.